Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto at 7 o'clock Central Time, January 3rd of 2021 on Sunday evening. It's time for Sunday Night Live Chat. We'll let everybody start jumping on. We'll give everybody a few seconds to get their notifications that we're live, and we'll get rolling here in a few seconds into the live chat. All right, we've got a few people starting to jump on with us. As always, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Um, kind of crazy that we made it through 2020. Not a lot good come out of it, but I guess we started doing this, and we're all still here hanging out together. So that's always good. We are live on two formats tonight, both YouTube and Facebook. So I will be checking for comments on both formats. So as you see me glancing back and forth, I'm trying to keep tabs on both monitors for questions and comments. So we got Dan on YouTube with us. Thanks for being back, Dan. He's always on here with us. My buddy Bill Twitchell on with us. Thanks for being here, guys. As always, I try to catch all the comments I can. Russ from upstate New York's on with us. James from Texas. I don't catch them all. Sometimes they get rolling pretty quick. Vic jumped on with us. Kind of hitting all the different corners of the country so far tonight already with New York, Texas, Russ from Kentucky. Rico's on with us. We got Rico on. Rico's going to be here tomorrow to pick up a load of parts. Matt from El Dorado, new. Thanks for being here, Matt. Hope you enjoy the chat. Since it's your first time here, we do it every Sunday night. Got a great group of car people hanging out with us on here, and that's what we do. We hang out, we talk about cars, trucks, memorabilia, what's going on in the industry, and things like that. So Texas just jumped on. Thanks for being here, everybody. Kind of bonkers that we're still doing this. We're getting close to being a year into it. John's on from Wenatchee. I'm not sure where Wenatchee's at, but it sounds like an interesting town. Jude from Ellis, Kansas, not too far away, on with us also. Thanks for being here. But I started getting, since it's a new year and we're still doing this, and you guys still come back and hang out with me, I kind of started getting some things organized. Want to do some things a little differently on my end this year. I hope you guys have been enjoying what we've been doing, but I wanted to get a little more organized on how I do it. So I was going through notes, getting some things ready, building some new, basically some new sheets to work with on my end to get my thoughts and notes organized for the evening. And started going back through my old notes from last year and counting up where we were at. And this is the 46th time we've done this, amazingly enough. John from Washington on. 61 to 67 Econoline trucks, Scott. I do not have any of those early Econoline trucks. The only thing I've got in that is one van. So obviously I'm not going to have a tailgate on a van. But so nothing there. We've done it almost every Sunday. There was one Sunday we had some storms and I lost all power, but we started in February of last year, coming up on a full year of this, and you guys are still back. Brian from Elmwood, Illinois just jumped on. Thanks for being here. Like I said, I try to keep up with the comments. If I miss somebody, I apologize. Sometimes we are at the mercy of the system as far as what they give me. So I try to keep up with everything I can. But it's kind of crazy that, one, that you guys are still coming back and hanging out with me, and that it's really, really turning into something, and we're all having a good time at it. 67 Tempest Roller. I've got a bunch of 66, 67 Tempest Le Manses and GTOs. Just depends on what you're looking for on that, Matt. Tim from Detroit's on. James just jumped on with YouTube. Thanks for being here, everybody. Got a good crowd building tonight already, and that's what makes this thing great. We have a great discussion on here. Sometimes I have the answers to questions. Sometimes some other people watching do. So that's what's fun about it. California's on, so we've literally got New York to California covered now. But anyway, another Lee from New York, one of our regulars from Lee's on with us as well. But we made it this far. 2021's got to be better. Can't be a heck of a lot worse. Hopefully we'll get back into somewhat of a normal swing as far as events and things like that we all like to do. Dolfo from Texas is on, and Mike thinks I need a haircut because Mike always thinks I need a haircut. My good buddy Mike Strauss. Ohio's on. 56 F100, Eric. I've got a little bit of 56 stuff, depending on what you need. And I just had a complete 56 F600 come in that I had for sale intact. I may park that truck out as well, depending on what you needed. Oregon, got one on from Oregon. Thanks for being here. So, but anyway, getting back into hopefully a normal swing, or trying to. Oh, my buddy Dave's on from North Carolina. Glad he's here with us as well. Um, Trying to get things started off normally this year. Obviously, with Hebron, Nebraska. Heard of that before. Pre 70 Dart Valiant roller. Nothing really there, Brian. That's a good roller for a project on that. I've got a few, but they're rough. Chris just jumped on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Obviously, in our industry, in the old car world, and what we like to do, January has always been a big auction month. Belpre, Ohio. Glad you're here with us too. So thanks for being here. Obviously, for the last 20 years, we've all watched Barrett Jackson on TV in January, and the Arizona auctions in January have really turned into a big deal. And then Mecum was rolling with Kissimmee on the other side of the country in January as well. Jim from Michigan, he's another regular. Thanks for being here, Jim. However, this year, at least we're going to start January off a little bit weird because the auction scene has changed this year. Mecum is going to do Kissimmee. That will start Thursday. 46 Dodge truck rear fenders. I've got a set of the smaller ones. I don't think I've got a set of the bigger ones on that. If you want to give me a call after we get done on that one, Abby and Dustin. So Mecum is going to roll Kissimmee live, like 10 or 11 day sale. Lots of things planned. Going to be an exciting sale. Live in person, masks required, temperatures being taken, but they are going to roll with a live sale like they have done at the last 6 or 7 sales. We did go to Indy Mecum in July. Their spring classic was postponed. They ran it kind of in the same format with the masks and temperatures, but all live in person, just like they always do at Indy, just a little bit later. And it did work out okay. It was a little bit of a hassle, but it wasn't a huge deal. We did Kansas City in November, same thing, but not a huge deal. It still worked, and everybody had a good time. So Mecum is going to go live, and they've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up at that sale. Another GT350R. I think they made 34 of those factory Shelby GT350R race cars in '65. Obviously, they sold the prototype car 5R002, the prototype GT350R at the Indy Mecum sale for $3.5 million. We got to see that sell, and also I was able to do some really great video on that. My good buddy Jim Wicks, who was involved with the restoration of that car, got me behind the ropes. And not only did we get behind the ropes and look inside the car, under the hood, under the trunk, but with his involvement in the restoration, he was able to give us a lot of details about the car. So, obviously that car hammered at $3.5 million. So then there's this other one is low mileage original is going to go across the block in Kissimmee, as well as Carroll Shelby's personal 427 Cobra. They've got a lot of cool stuff coming. 3 El Morocco's. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of the El Morocco's, but they were 56 and 57 Chevrolets that were converted to look like a Cadillac. Upscale trim, upscale moldings, fins, things like that, trying to, kind of replicate the Cadillac look on a Chevrolet budget. However, it never took off because by the time they got them done, they cost as much as a Cadillac. So there's only a handful of them left in the world. There's 3 of those going across the block in Kissimmee. So Kissimmee's going to be good. We're going to get a lot of TV coverage on that, since we're not going to get a lot of the other TV coverage that we're accustomed to in January for the auction world. And then right after Kissimmee, Mecum has another sale, Muscle Car City sale on the 22nd and 23rd, just shortly after Kissimmee ends, 2-day private collection. So Mecum's got a lot of stuff going on in January, even though the Arizona auctions have all been modified for the most part. Obviously, we're all familiar with the Barrett Jackson auction. It's been on TV for 20 years. It's really helped push the collector car auction world into the prime time. It has brought a lot of light to our hobby. And that can be taken both ways. There's guys that think it's great. There's guys that think it's terrible. Regardless, it has brought a lot of attention to the hobby and a lot of attention to what we do and what we love. And I think it's been great. I enjoy watching them. It's always cool to see stuff go across the block. But this year's going to be different. Obviously, we're all used to watching that in January. Barrett Jackson has postponed until March. March 20th through 27th are their new dates. And what a lot of people probably don't realize is they are actually they're the biggest in Scottsdale, obviously in January, but they are one of many. That auction has gotten so large that there's a lot of other sales. There's multiple other sales that happen right around or during Barrett Jackson, and a lot of those have been changed or modified. I did a little research on that just in case you guys were curious. Worldwide Auctioneers had his Arizona sale in that window. They are still going to do this sale in January. They are going to do it live, but it is going to be at their headquarters in Auburn, Indiana, instead of in Arizona at the big Arizona auctions. Russo and Steele was also an Arizona auction right around Barrett Jackson. That auction has been moved to March 27th, and it is invite only. Gooding is going to run in January 18th to the 22nd, but it's going to be all online. So it's not going to be an in-person live auction. Lake also had a sale right around the same time as Barrett Jackson. Lake, it sounds like everything is up in the air. They sold out to Ritchie Brothers a few years ago, and from what I have heard, Ritchie Brothers has basically ceased operations of the Lake Collector Auto branch of Ritchie Brothers, from what I have been told. And they don't have anything on their website or anywhere about a January Arizona sale, which they have typically done in the past. Bonham's is going to go live on January 21st in Arizona. It's going to be a one-day sale. RM Auctions is going to be live with registered bidders only, and of course online on January 22nd. Mag Auctions is postponed, which is Motorsports Action Group. They bought a company called Silver Auctions. Silver Auctions has had a sale at the same time, right around Barrett Jackson in January as well. So obviously big changes in the auction world in January. Obviously, we all want 2021 to get better and start somewhat getting back to normal. But, it's January. There's nothing fixed yet that everybody's comfortable with. So that's where a lot of that stuff stands at this point. It's going to be weird not having Barrett Jackson on TV in January. It's been on for, I think, 20 years now, probably. So it's been kind of a staple. And I know a lot of us enjoy watching that stuff, but not so much this year. But like I said, Mecum Kissimmee is going to be live. It is going to be rolling. Full-blown sale. They've got a great docket. Tons of cool stuff, just like some of the few things we just mentioned. And looking forward to their TV coverage, keeping up to date with online and what things are going for. We'll probably talk about it a little bit here over even on the next couple of Sunday nights about what's happening. So, stay tuned for that. But that's what's we're all hoping for 2021 to be better and back to normal. But it's obviously starting off still a little bit wonky, and we'll just keep our fingers crossed things continue. No comments or feeding right now, which is kind of odd. If you are commenting, it's not feeding me anything anywhere. There. Okay, yeah, there's. Strauss just commented. Sullivan does have one coming up in February, so that one will be rolling, and so we'll see how that one turns out. But like I said, January is going to be a little bit different. There's typically not a lot going on in the car world, so those auctions and the TV coverage were always kind of a nice break. And always enjoyable. But that scene's going to be a lot different this year as well. So, but like I said, we'll keep an eye on Kissimmee. We'll probably talk about Kissimmee a little bit over the next couple of weeks, what's going on. Be sure to tune in and check out the cool stuff that they've got coming up. Like I said, they've got a great docket with some stellar cars. Like always, Kissimmee is their big sale next to Indy, and super excited to see how it turns out. The auction market has been very strong the last half of this year since Mecum did start rolling with them again in July, and it's been a strong year for sales. So we'll see if that continues, and it's exciting to see how things turn out on that. So it's kind of weird that it's that an auction is something that's has become this, mainstay in our entertainment world. And like I brought up a little bit ago, that can be good or bad. Some people look at it as bad. Some people think it brings too much attention. Overall, I think it's been great for our hobby. The reality TV, the live action auctions, all that stuff it can be a double edged sword, and I understand that. But overall, it has brought a lot of publicity, a lot of press to what is going on in our hobby, and it has brought a lot of people into the hobby. I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of people who have always liked cars, but until you start seeing it in front of you, it doesn't click, it doesn't ring that bell, it doesn't push that button until you start seeing some of that stuff coming on. So it's been good, and I always enjoy watching them. We go to several meetings a year, on top, as well as running my own auction in October with my partner Chris Froster and Jim Froster, and we have a great time doing it, and it's because they're fun. So the auction action you get to watch on TV is it's great, but it isn't near as much fun as going. So we always try to do that, and they're well worth checking out. Even if you don't go to buy, it's still cool to go out and check out a lot of cool cars and have a good time doing it. So kind of depends on what everybody's temperature is on what that's done for our hobby, but I'm for it. I think it's good, and I enjoy watching it. Oh man! So anyway, I hope everything's been going well for everybody else. I hope everybody else made it through the holidays and had a good Christmas and a good New Year's. And it's back to the real world tomorrow, I guess. Hopefully, it's going to be a world that starts returning somewhat to a little more normal than what we have been seeing. So, when is my auction, Ralph? It's the first weekend in October. You can check it out at feclassiccarauction.com is the website. It's called F&E Collector Auto Auction. We do have Facebook page and YouTube channel as well as the website on that. The Regeer auction in Hutch, Andrew. Yes, we did go to the Regeer auction in Hutch. It was very strong. Numbers were very strong for the vehicles. We did catch that on the Sunday night chat, that weekend. But overall, the numbers were very, very strong for the condition of the vehicles. The majority of what I saw, which I was there the whole time. I didn't watch every car sell, but about everything I watched, and I watched quite a few of them, I would say there was a 9% buyer's premium at that sale, and most of the cars, and obviously nothing had ran in years, and it was most of the cars I felt brought retail for a running car plus your buyer's premium. So cars look great in pictures, and some of them were really good cars. A lot of them weren't near as good as what the pictures looked. So, and like I said, they were pretty much bringing the numbers of running cars. And, a lot of them, they've been in storage for years. There may have been some trim issues, some paint issues, things like that. So I felt that auction, like we just talked about, was very, very strong for what that stuff brought, which is, like I said, kind of what we've been seeing this year across the board. So, yeah, we were there. I bought one toy. We did it on a Toy Tuesday, actually. If you want to go check out the Toy Tuesday, Andrew, on YouTube for the toy, the 10 toy that I bought there, that's all I brought home from the auction. So, anyway, that's what's been going on. See, anybody ready for some trivia? As always, I'll try to keep an eye on both formats for a winner. We are still getting a few comments. They've just been a little slower tonight, so I assume everything is working. Tonight, we're going to give away another metal oil can. This one is a Haviland. A little fading and a little bit of surface rust around the edges, but this is an early original steel can. So we'll send this one off to tonight's winner on tonight's trivia. Andrew says Vanderbrink made a name for themselves in Nebraska a few years back. That's correct, Andrew. At the Chevrolet sale in up in eastern Nebraska, and I actually went to that sale too, and that was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. So that was one of the couple times in my life I felt like I'd been transported to an alternate universe when they did that sale up in Nebraska with all those new Chevrolets, because I didn't see very many things that made any sense whatsoever that day, and I was standing there watching it. So that was weird when they did that sale. I mean, it was cool stuff, But what happened that day was just crazy. So, but you are right; they did make a name for themselves in that. So, anyway, trivia tonight for the Haviland can. Last week, I did a video on the 1954 Ford F350. I nicknamed the truck the Jack of all trades. The Jack of all trades had a lot of modifications to it that were just for work, strictly for work. A truck was built, modified, and set up to work. What did they do to the bed floor on each side? There was an interesting modification that you don't typically see. A lot of those old trucks had, heavy duty rear bumpers and modifications like that. They modified the bed floor on both sides of this truck. What was it? So I'll keep an eye on comments on both of them, on both formats, so we get a winner on that. And we'll send the Haviland can out to whoever is our first winner that the System Speed made. New inventory. I didn't really pick up much of anything. And Edward said widen it. No, they didn't widen the bed, Edward. So the widening the bed was not it. I didn't pick anything up this week. I did get some stuff bought. I think last night I talked to a guy on the phone, and there we go. Russ got it. Russ was the first one on YouTube. They widened the wheel wells. That's correct, Russ. So Russ is our winner tonight. You can give me a shout after we get done. Yeah, and then we had a bunch of them pouring in right after that. Russell was the first one that fed to me. I don't know who got it first, but that's the one the system fed me. And like I keep telling you guys, I work with what the system gives me. Unfortunately, that's all I can do. Yeah, they're still got a few more pour in too. So we're at the mercy of the system. So Russell's our winner tonight. Give me a call after we get done on that, and I'll get this can out to you. Anyway, new inventory. I didn't go get anything this week. The only thing that showed up this week was a 98 Tahoe, which isn't that interesting. But, when it comes to stuff like that, stuff from the 90s, it's not good inventory now, but I'm going to take it and line it up out back because at some point that stuff's really going to be tough to get. I got to go look at a 51 Ford and a 52 Ford truck and some other stuff this week. My buddy Mike sent me some pictures today. Maybe he may have found a few things yet this week. So got a lot of things working, a lot of things going on, and I'm gonna have to get out on the road here and get some of this stuff picked up. Actually, my biggest drawback here lately is it's just been too nice. It's really been nice. I mean, it was mid to upper 50s today. I was out at the yard today working, and I took my sweatshirt off to dust it off, and it was almost nice enough to just work in a t-shirt out there today. I couldn't believe it, how nice it was. So that's actually been kind of keeping me here, trying to get a few things done. And but I got to get on the road and get some of these cars picked up. Yeah, that's fine, Rush. Just give me a call in the morning. That'll work. No problem. And so we're going to have some new inventory coming in that we'll start bringing out or starting getting to you soon, and get you some new videos on it, and keep you up to date with what's coming in. So speaking of new videos for this week. I got some stuff. Shot a couple more in the new yard this weekend. Try to get at least one of those up. I've got another interesting video coming up, and I'm going to surprise you a little bit when I tell you what's in it for vehicles. But then after I'll explain why. And I've got to get this cleared with the fire department first before I post it. I've got it put together, but I've got a video with some Hyundais in it. Yep, Hyundais. Ended up with a couple of Hyundais. So what do you do with Hyundais? You donate them to the fire department so they can practice on them with the jaws of life. So that was pretty cool. I did some videos on it. It's kind of cut and pasted together because of the way they were splicing there, working on different parts of the car. But I've got it put together. I need to let the fire department look at it. Hopefully, if they're cool with it, I'll get that posted. And that is what was cool seeing. I mean, obviously we've all heard of the jaws of life, but seeing how they use it, the techniques, the tips on what they do to get into vehicles is pretty cool. It's not just get in there and start hacking. And I actually got to run them too. That was pretty cool too. That stuff is heavy. That is some heavy equipment. So it's pretty cool. And I hope that we get to post that video just so everybody can really see what that entails. So that was a neat experience. I got some cool video on it, and we actually put some Hyundais to good use. We cut them up. So hopefully we can get that posted. And I'll have another one probably Friday from my buddy's yard. If you have not caught those videos, I did one last Friday night, and I did one the Friday before that, and I've got 2 or 3 more left to post. And I'll be back down there here in a few months, and I'll get some more. But just really cool seeing the stuff in there. So be sure to go back and check those videos out if you have not. A couple comments popping up. Oh yeah, Dave asked me if I got my loader fixed. Yeah, the loader is fixed. I blew it, or just had a hydraulic fitting come loose on the loader last week, so had it tore apart this week. And I got all the covers and everything off, and I know how hydraulics work, but I didn't want to get into that system and not have an issue. So my good buddy Aaron, and he's got a shop, and he had some of his guys come out. And they got my loader, or got the hydraulic stuff fixed. And so I backed it out today and hosed it all off where it leaked fluid everywhere, because I didn't want to put it all back together dirty. So I went through about 3 cans of degreaser and some purple power and a whole bunch of stuff and got it cleaned up. And so I got to get the covers back on that and get that thing rolling again. So at least I'm up and going, and the loader is fixed. That's a pretty important tool for me to not have my loader. So yes, Dave, the loader is up and rolling again. Kevin's looking forward to the videos. Hopefully that all works out. Dan, you still have 53 Dodge pickup with the tire change? Yes, Dan, that truck is still here. Have not touched it. Haven't moved anything over there. That's my next plan, is start getting some of that stuff sorted. So, but that truck is still there. So anyway, that's what I've got going on here, and that's what I know. So looking forward to Meekum starting next week. Excited about that. We're hopefully going to see some of that stuff. I'll keep an eye on comments. We're getting close to the 30-minute mark here. So we'll go ahead and start working towards wrapping up. If you've got any questions, any other comments, go ahead and throw them up there. And we'll sure try to sneak you in here at the end. But anyway, basically, I hope we all are looking forward to a better 2021. I know I'm looking forward to it. A lot of cool stuff happening this year. Super excited about it. The stuff going on with the racetrack out there I've been helping with. I hope you guys have caught the videos on the SRCA drag strip, both on YouTube and Facebook. Rocky Mountain Race Week, going to be starting and stopping here. Looking forward to doing that. Getting involved with that once again this year. Obviously, I don't know if you guys caught the videos from when we hosted everybody at the yard last year. That was a great day, super fun. This year, I am going to step up and help sponsor a class on Rocky Mountain Race Week, as well as planning on running the whole deal. So be sure to look that deal up. Registration for that's probably going to open here within the next month, and that's going to be a pretty tight window to get in. I got a feeling that's going to sell out immediately. And then they're doing 2.0, which will run later this year, and that's going to be a pretty awesome deal for those guys as well. So looking forward to a good year. Super excited about it. Can't wait for to have a lot of cool things happen, and hopefully start doing a lot more cool things. Hopefully the swap meets start opening back up. Hopefully the auctions get back to normal. Hopefully the car shows and cruise nights get rolling again, and we start seeing some normalcy again here later this year. So anyway, I guess that'll about wrap it up for me. Keep an eye on comments. Make sure that nothing's kind of sneaking in here at the end on us. And looks like we're all good. If I missed you, I apologize. Just give me a shout. My number's on the pages, so don't ever hesitate to give me a call so we can talk about your project, what you need. Having that conversation on the phone is the only way that I know if I've got anything to help you out with your project as far as what direction you're going and exactly what it is. So thanks, Dan. Appreciate you being here. Thanks, Bill. Always appreciate the kind words. And I know I always tell you guys this. I don't respond to the comments. I don't have time. I'm admin on multiple pages on YouTube that I have, on Facebook that I help with, and there's just so many comments coming through that it's impossible for me to keep up with them. I do see some of them. I do appreciate the kind words, and got a few more of them popping up right now. James says good night to everybody. Kevin says Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all you guys. Let's make it a great one. Let's go out and let's have some fun this year. Let's go out with a positive attitude and keep our heads up, and let's make it a great one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. We will have more new videos coming tomorrow night. We'll do Toy Tuesday live on Facebook, and then I'll get it posted to YouTube. So be sure to jump on with us there, and we will see you all same time, same place Sunday night. Hopefully you'll come back, hang out with us next week. We'll talk about some more cool car stuff, and we will see you all later. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you stopping by, and we will see you soon.